as rugby league recognises those that have served their country right through much of the warfare, some of them paying the ultimate price.
And it brings together the two teams. The Roosters were pre-season premiership favourites on the back of their recruitment of James Tedesco and Cooper Cronk, and the Dragons competition leaders after 7 rounds, losing their first game last week. Okay. So, premiership favourites against the team that leads the competition. We're about to go.
So the ANZAC Day clash, the tradition continues as Jimmy Graham brings the ball back, and he'll take the first tackle of the game, some 15 metres out from his own line as the ball goes one play into McDonald. Now McGuinness pushes it on to Vaughan, and they're 22 metres out from their own line on the second tackle of the afternoon, and de Belin has rounded up a tackle that got dangerously close to being high from Dylan Napa. Now for Tyson Frizzell. Down the middle of the ground they come. McGuinness, dummy half, and Vaughan, his second touch of the game. 13 players out there today, definitely in line for Origin. And a good ball from Hunt. It's gone away to McInnes. It's gone to Widdop. He puts a little kick down to Ferguson's wing. He drops the ball. The Dragons have put this one over the line. McDonald, I'm fairly certain he's got it down.
We're back to tackle 1. Okay, we have a try.
Acceptable territory.
Just confirming that he remains in the field of play.
Ashley Klein agrees. It doesn't come much quicker than that. First set of the game. This is how it panned out.
Well, he's onside.
George Illawarra left side kick chase is cleared as being onside. The touch off Blake Ferguson. Tackle count restarts.
Well, there it is. McDonald. Everything suspended except
possession is maintained
the right hand.
McDonald. He remains in the field of play and grounds the ball. We have a decision.
Well, it's really important when you go up to pressure a kicker on tackle 5 to disrupt his kick that you protect the run. And on this occasion, they race up on Ben Hunt to stop the kick, but they make him run. And from there, the Dragons support through the middle. Widdop ends up with the ball. Watch this. They make him run. Now there's no defence. He goes through. Harvey Norman replay. McGuinness onto Widdop, into the backfield. Brilliant short kicking game, this Englishman. He gets a fumble. First try to the match. That's incredible.
Sideline, Brad Fittler.
G'day, Ray. What was looking like a great set of 6 in defence soon turned into boy joy as Gareth Widdop kicks it from the sideline. Turned into a bit of joy for about 30,000 St George fans here. It's an outstanding atmosphere, Ray.
So Nene McDonald puts his name down again in ANZAC Day history, and converted by Gareth Widdop. It's the first time this season that the Roosters haven't scored the first try in matches whether they win or lose.
Yeah, confidence is such a... It's a mysterious thing. The opening set, Nene McDonald offload in his own 20. And then Hunt, under pressure, decides to run, then offload. And Widdop rolls the dice with the kick, inch perfect. It's just the confidence of his team and the individual.
Just an amazing start to what has become an amazing game, an amazing event of sport and rugby league in particular. So James Tedesco brings it back to the 30-metre line. 6-0 in favour of St George Illawarra. And they'll advance to a 7-1 record with victory here today. Only two sides in the past 50 years have failed to make the finals with such a record. Brisbane in '88, Balmain in 1976. Roosters attacking then at the 40-metre line. It's come away from Lee Yu and gone to Cronk and now to Matheson, who debuted in this very game 2 years ago. They're just outside the 20 down the Dragons' end, and Cronk gets a kick in. Tedesco is going after it, but the Dragons shut it down. And played in there by McInnes. That is the centre, Laffey. Again, they come down the middle, and there's Nightingale. Put down by Napa over the top. Keary was underneath. Here's the try scorer, getting it out to the 40-metre line. His contribution already is high. Now it's gone to James Graham, and he steps off his right foot, makes it over the halfway. They're valuable metres by the Englishman. Played away from McInnes. He's gone up behind de Belin to the right foot of Hunt. It's gone down to Tedesco. And James comes out towards the 30-metre line. Now it's with Manu. Joseph Manu playing the ball inside the 40-metre line. James Orbison now, or Mitch Orbison, I should say. Plays the ball near halfway. It's gone with Napa to ground. De Belin and Graham doing the defence. Cronk pushes it along the line. Keary no-look pass. Corden has got the ball. And he'll play it 29 metres out from the line. 6-0 in favour of the Dragons. Cronk got a kick in, taken by Graham. Ball goes down to Dufty. And Dufty comes out 15 metres from his own line.
The Dragons have done their homework on Cronk. 8 tries this year, come off the boot of Cooper Cronk. And last play, pressuring Cronk. Getting that kick, trying to get that right leg of his.
Nightingale going in to take a run. As Cronk gets back into the defensive line. Vaughan has come away to the left side now, and a run for Tarek Sims. Right on the halfway line. And Widder puts a kick down the ground that was doing some nasty things up there. But Tedesco was able to handle it. Play inside 30. Roosters end. Second tackle this set, Ferguson. Crowd probably around 40,000 mark. This game has increased in popularity since it was first played in 2002. They started off attracting 20,000, then they went through the 30 to a record crowd last year of just short of 41,000. Played at the 30-metre line, and Cronk kicks. All those players are onside, I think. Nightingale goes up and lands on his back. I thought there was some reason for a penalty there, but the referee was standing on top of him. Here's Nightingale, and there was a contest. It was a fair contest. That's what the referee ruled on, Cordner and Nightingale. And this is Ben Hunt. He plays the ball outside the 10. Another good run from McDonald. Had a good World Cup. Here's Graham again. He's put a new dimension into the Dragons as Hunt rakes the ball across.
Well, since that first try, it hasn't been a break in play here. It's at around 5-6 minutes. It's a lot of live ball, considering the penalties being blown this year. Some of those forwards around the ruck will be really under fatigue. Watch some of these smaller players.
Napa Well, we know one thing from last weekend's game. The Roosters, they'll go the journey. They'll run the distance. Ferguson away from his sideline here on the western side of the ground. Played by Ferguson. Gone through 2 sets of hands. Through to Cronk. Then to Keary. Oh, and he runs into traffic. It's gone forward. It's gone forward is the ruling by Ashley Klein.
Andrew, a couple of times the Roosters have gone left, and I think they're putting it through too many sets of hands before it gets to Latrell Mitchell. You'd like to see him get the ball earlier than this, wouldn't you?
Well, if we can go back to that high shot there, and when Cronk gets the ball, roll it there, stop the play there. Looking at Latrell Mitchell here, he's the centre. He should, in my eyes, be right out wide because he's an easy target and they can't get the ball to him. For me, he has to stay wide and throw the ball to him early. That way he can take his opposition centre on the outside or in the inside.
Nightingale. Now for Tarek Sims. 17th time this match has been played with the St George Illawarra and the Sydney Roosters occupying this spotlight of the ANZAC Day weekend match. 10 times the Dragons have won. Roosters back on 6 as McInnes moves into dummy half again. They're just into enemy territory. And the ball goes high off the boot of Hunt. Tedesco. Eyes glued to it. Tackled immediately by Laffey. Might have been a double dip there. The crowd groan. And now it's Ferguson. This is Manu. 35 away from his own line. One of the co-captains, Boyd Cordner, playing the ball almost on halfway. Friend away for Napa. And Dillon to play it about 45 metres out from the line. Cronk on the short side. He stabs one in down into the corner, but Dufty is there. And here is this speed machine. Youngster from Penshurst RSL Juniors from memory. Comes from Hurstville. Now for Nightingale. Just inside the 20-metre line. Clouds banking around the stadium. Obviously a chance of some rain, which reminds me of 2015 when we had a delayed game due to lightning and rain. 35-minute delay. It's come out now along the line to Laffey. He decides to speculate. It goes down to ground, and it's now with Sims. And he looks for a gap as he gallops across the ground. McInnes is there, and another phase opens up for the Dragons. He tries to get it away. He does. It's gone out there to Aitken. Aitken's up to the 30-metre line. Now he's over the touchline.
Watch him.
And it all got a little bit too adventurous, didn't it?
Yeah, but it's good football, and it's great defence as well. We saw the Dragons play this sort of footy against the Sharks a couple of weeks ago and split them twice. Roosters well prepared. As they filter along the line, everyone holds their ground and sticks together. They're all backing away there, holding their shape. You can see that Latrell Mitchell's got himself faced to the sideline. Now they've got him. They can hold him up off the ground, and they could have dumped him on Coogee Beach if they wanted to.
Yes, there's been one weakness in Latrell Mitchell's game. It's been his defence, rooting defence, but also his energy in defence. This year he's really been working so hard on his game. And you can see there, he didn't panic, worked together with Keary and Joseph Manu, and then held up Ewan Aitken, who's a strong man, and just threw him over the sideline.
In 2018, Rugby League fans can stream all of Nine's NRL matches live and free on 9 Now. You can download the 9 Now app and watch it anytime, anywhere. So we're just 8 metres into Dragons territory. And the Roosters attacking. Keary off Cronk, then to Tedesco. Tedesco, taken by Widdop. I didn't think he was going to get him, but he hung on to an ankle. Little kick by Cronk. There might be a penalty here. Carey's been taken out. Carey was taken out by McInnes.
Where was the fullback in relation to that?
He's just closed the hole on him. He hasn't grabbed him. He just closed the hole. Yeah.
You got 10?
No, it's not.
Yeah, the fullback was in the
He's
area.
very lucky
so
not to be sin bin there. Nice communication here between Cronk and Keary. They look up. Dufty was in the tackle. So they go for the early kick with Dufty being involved in the tackle on Tedesco. Well, that's a sin bin.
I would have thought it's a sin bin.
It's a sin bin.
Watching it in slow-mo on replay. Certainly he had eyes only for the pursuer. Now it's come away for Liu. Will be made to play the ball a couple of metres out from the line. 6-0 in favour of the Dragons at the moment. Over the head of Napa, it's come down to Cronk and now to Tedesco. They play the ball on the 10-metre line. Play on the western side of the ground. Friend, Cronk, Napa. Napa got a ball away. It's there to be picked up. It's been knocked on. Knocked on by the Roosters. Well, they bundled their way into error.
Okay, shot clock is on.
And it's been pretty much the same play. Whether they're going left or right, it's the same shape from the Roosters. And the Dragons have done their homework. They're hitting hard too. And now that penalty from McInnes, knocking over Keary on the kick chase, has been all worthwhile. 6-0 in front. The opposition aren't going to kick for goal. And if you defend your line, it's probably been worth the penalty. As Andrew John said, maybe the greater penalty is a sin bin.
It's interesting to note that both these sides. Here's the even up. They've lost it as well. So the Dragons with an invitation to the opponents now. And the Roosters are 5 metres away from the line. Vaughan hanging on in the defence. He's brought a penalty.
We're inside 10. Back foot, guys.
So will they take the 2?
Well, they tried to give a penalty on tackle 1, eventually got it done on tackle 2 just to get their line reset.
Here's Napa. Friend then. Throws it long. It's gone away from Keary to Cordner. Cutting back in. Chopping back towards the uprights. At the southern end of the ground. And Friend goes behind Napa and gets the ball away. Tetavano it is. 2 metres from the line. So the Dragons under online pressure. And it's come away now for Tedesco. Bobbing, ducking, weaving. Taken by Vaughan. Got away from Vaughan. Taken by Frizzell. 10 metres out. Channel 9. Live and free on ANZAC Day. And here is Liu. Just short of the line. 5 and last. Friend puts depth in it. Cronk then got it away to Keary. Backhanded pass. Swept upon there by McDonald.
Dragons hand on the way through.
They're saying it was touched here. The pocket referee, Gavin Badger, has overruled the play, saying the tackle on Keary. We'll watch this by Widdop. No, yeah, he's right. There was a hand there from Tim Laffite. Great call.
You can't do much about it if the opposition player throws it at you. It's a very technical ruling, that. I don't always agree that the man making the tackle is playing at the ball.
So away it goes to Keary. They're gone wide. There was a bump on out there from Tedesco. It's out with Manu. And they're 5 metres out from the line. A real good chance here for the Roosters as Cronk gets it back. Dylan Napa again. Very much in the forefront. As Liu puts it down to Cronk, and Cronk is nailed there and held by Sims. Friend again towards the middle. Suspect pass. The crowd echoes that sentiment. Friend then. Again they go left to Keary. Decides to have a dip. 5 out, 5 gone. 6-0 Dragons. That's come off Frizzell. It's a knock-on against Frizzell. And he played at the ball. Which takes me back to Laffey. Some people think because it comes off your arm, oh, Frizzell, lots of claret. Some people think because it comes off your arm, it's automatically a knock-on, but you still must be playing at the ball. The question is, back there, was Laffey playing at the ball? This is totally different. Frizzell has hung a hand out. He was playing at it for sure.
And what this blood bin will do, it'll give the Dragons players a 45 to 1 minute rest. So all this ball and all the advantage for the Roosters will go out the window because their petrol tanks have gone back onto full.
Yeah, it doesn't take long for them to recover, does it? If you can just breathe for a minute or so.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, Frizzell has had a head clash with Manu.
Let's go down to Brad Fitley. You told us pre-match that they laid this surface last weekend. It looks to me like they're marking it up a little bit, Brad, down the middle.
Yeah, there's a little bit coming out. I spoke to the staff and they just said it's not damage. It's just sort of grass that's just getting flicked up from the top. So when I walked out there earlier, there's not big chunks out of the grass. It's in pretty good nick. You got both seasons of grass through there as well. That's why you got some good footwork. So all the boys out there should feel really confident with their footwork.
Make sure we blind. Instead of me telling you every time, just make sure
The clouds are starting to bank up even more, Brad.
Yeah.
Just thought
I
I'd
just
mention
remember
it.
Sydney a couple of years ago. That was an incredible day.
You still-
2014.
You still got the poncho?
Oh, yeah. Poncho's tucked in the pocket. 2015.
So can the Dragons repel them again? 14 play the balls inside the 20. And another penalty.
Hey, Jack, wait, don't
And
talk.
again on tackle 1 from a scrum loss. They will do it so that they can get their line set. They don't like being disorganised. They give away a penalty on tackle 1. It's only 1 extra tackle.
They're going for 2 here.
Yeah, well, they've got to come away with something. And I often say this. Teams that are behind on the scoreboard don't take the 2 points because they can't get level, but it'll all add up over the day. If you don't take your penalties and the opposition do, the way penalties are at the moment, you're almost giving away a converted try to your opponent. So at least when they go back, they'll catch a kick off, they can get back into it. They've had 4 or 5 attacking sets here and got up empty. Now they need to get away and have a talk about it and come back again.
Jack de Billen, you saw him there. Centre screen, he was encouraging his players and mouthing the words probably, that's a victory for us. That's a victory for us. Thumbs up. High fives.
Geez, this game's shaping up as a beauty, isn't it?
There it is.
The referee's staying out of the game. The game's flowing. You can see the fatigue element in both teams.
Well, the only penalties we've had have been deliberately given away. It was the obstruction on Keary and then the 2 penalties on tackle 1 or 2 after a scrum loss. But I don't mind this from the Roosters. Just to reset, reboot, get down the other end of the field, catch a kick off and get into a different type of set of 6. They were starting to run out of ideas up there and Dragons had them covered.
So Mitchell lands the penalty goal. It is 6-2. Upcoming games on 9. Macca's Thursday night football. Rabbitohs Broncos at ANZ. Friday, VB Friday night football. Panthers Bulldogs at Panthers Stadium. And Sunday football, Eels Tigers at ANZ.
Stay behind the kicker, guys.
Jake Friend, the other co-captain in this side at the Roosters. He and Boyd Cordner have got the C next to their names. Here's a run for Tetevano, bringing it back to the 20-metre line. So now for Joseph Manu to the 30. Liu taken by Graham and pulled down on the 40. And it's loose again. Referee saying play on.
He was thinking 40-20 then Cooper Cronk.
This is Tedavano. He's up to the 40-metre line. 5 tackles gone. And 6-2 to score as Keary puts in a kick down into the corner occupied by Nightingale. And here's little Dufty just outside the 20. Dwarfed in the tackle by Madison and Napa. Down and up again is Aitken. And now Nightingale. Game being played at a furious pace. That match the other night that got panned by many, the Canterbury Roosters game. It came down to a battle of stamina. And that was the part about it that I liked. The fact that attrition and stamina came to the fore. Tedesco did well. Then he was hammered by Laffey. Back on the 10. Ferguson now. Napa hit by 3 of them. It's interesting to note that both sides have scored 8 tries from kicks in the opening 7 rounds. So we came here expecting the aerial and grubber kick games to be prevalent. Here's Friend getting it off to Cronk. He looked to his left, he went to his right, tries to make the split. Pulled down 30 metres out. Widdop the tackler. Now it goes off the foot of Friend. It's well weighted actually. Scooped up by Nightingale and he gets back. Nothing too adventurous from Nightingale. He was only looking for the turf. That's Aitken. 10 away from their own line. Now Armour is on. Leeson Armour off the bench for the Dragons. Tarek Sims drives it up towards the 30-metre line. DeBellin. 40-metre line for the Dragons. So it's been a good set for them. Now for Ben Hunt, it's his turn. He drives it down into vacant space. It might sit down. No, it's a 7-tackle set.
And he had plenty of time to run and kick that then, Ben Hunt. And if he could have laid it in the in goal, it would have been a real benefit to the Dragons. Roosters with a bit of a let-off there.
I've heard you talk about it in the past, Gus. This ground here at Allianz really rolls on, especially in the in goals. Saw that ball there roll from 20-30 metres.
In fact, that was the thing that brought the Dragons undone in that match last year. Penalty goes to the Dragons. Incorrect play the ball.
The ball plant. Got to stand up. Play when he can, mate. Yeah, he's got to ride with the ball, mate.
Making the point, the nemesis for the Dragons last year was a kick that went dead. It gave the Roosters a 7-tackle set. Brad Fittler sideline.
Just on the back of Joey talking about that ball rolling. There's also about a 15k breeze directly behind the Dragons. That's why Gareth Widdop has chosen to take the kick.
That last attacking raid from the Roosters, they went left and it was on the back of a Latrell Mitchell offload. And he attracted 3 and 4 defenders, and that offload came out the back, and then Cronk got into the backfield. Just those offloads are so hard to defend against.
So Gareth has a 40-metre kick. Those flags on top of the stand on Moore Park Road indicating he's got, as Brad said, about a 15k breeze.
It's an interesting decision because the Dragons have not been at this end of the field with the ball at all. They've been doing all the defending at their own end. He's kicking beautifully, this man. He's missed this one. There you go.
Well, you soon put a punctuation mark in his record.
Yeah, but he's given his team a rest and they're still going to get the ball back.
So that was the prime purpose, you feel?
No, he wanted to kick it,
20-metre drop kick, guys.
but it's not a bad
Just
each way
kick it
bet.
before the line, Latrell. Stay behind. Let's go before the line.
So it's the non-optional kick from the 20-metre line following a penalty. And Latrell Mitchell will take it. He's sending it bouncing down towards the 30-metre line. Widdop it was that took the ball, and Armour goes back to the halfway line. Friend getting involved with Lee Yu and Tedavano. Lattimore taking a run. Dragons then leading 6-2. A try at the end of the first set of the game in Nene McDonald. Widdop then goes behind and puts it out through 2 sets of hands. It's been lost by Laffey. Referee said play on. They're being played there. Tedesco. Oh, Ferguson was jolted. There's a chance out here though. Keary though lost his footing in the tackle. He'll play the ball on the 40-metre line. Ball's come back to Aho. Missed the match last weekend. He's a vital member of the team. Very good player to be coming off the bench, as is this man, Wairia Hargreaves. So they've got some ammunition, haven't they? And then Frandall, the crowd groaned. They thought it was a forward pass, but the referee said play on. They're on the 30-metre line, play by Cordner. Now Taukeiaho. 20 metres out, last tackle. Friend away to Cronk. It's a line ball, then Mitchell got it out. Cordner keeps it alive. It's bounced down to Taukeiaho. Now it's come back and kicked by Tedesco into the corner. McDonald can't handle. Widdop is taken out. The ball's gone dead.
What do you want? We're checking that. No try. Just said Gareth Widdop has stopped Mitchell from scoring a try.
So they're going to check whether
So what have you got,
Gareth Widdop has interfered with
their ball line.
Latrell Mitchell.
Jared, I've got a touch from Dragons, so I'm going back to tackle 1.
Mitch Orbison,
We have no
perhaps.
try. Can you just confirm that there's no interference on the way through where the ball ends up in the play? Thank you.
Roosters' right side kick chase is onside.
We're watching Orbison back on the line, and what interference, if any, is caused by Widdop, apart from whose hands strike this ball.
Well, Ferguson gets a hand to it, but it's just go backwards.
Well, if it's come off Ferguson's hand, you're right, it's gone backwards.
Well, Ferguson's hands gets in between Nene McDonald's and it goes backwards.
Now we've got to watch Widdop and Orbison.
Goes backwards.
So Widdop gets a hand to it. And I think that was the last touch before the ball went to the dead ball line.
There's no interference in the lead-up. Blake Ferguson's right hand contacts the ball in the end goal. We have a decision.
They're saying it's gone forward off Ferguson.
Well, watching those pictures, you'd think it had gone back.
A little bit there as well, so after you've lost the ball there, you're tackling Mitchell as well. Knock on Roosters. I haven't gone for one yet. No, you can't
So it's a hell of a long investigation.
Your ground there, but you can't
That's
take
for
him
sure.
out. That was afterwards, though. It's a 20-metre restart. It was knocked on by Blake Ferguson. No, it's gone forward, across the ground.
Well, there's the ruling. You heard it from, I think, Gavin Badger on that occasion. It was a knock-on by Blake Ferguson. Thus the 20-metre restart. But watching the pictures, you'd almost swear that it went back off Ferguson. So back to reality. And the Dragons 35 metres away from their own line. They spent a lot of time inside their own 20 to be still in front, 6-2, and half-time is 11 minutes away. Arm out. Play the ball 6 or 7 metres on the Roosters side of halfway to McInnes. And here's Frizzell with that head bandage after it got opened up in a head clash with Joseph Manu. DeBellin unloaded. McInnes got it short. Away to Widdop. He shows it to Armour. He comes to Cordner.
They're that fatigued, the Dragons, from their defence on their line. They can't get attacked and set a set together.
Hunt then. He puts a cross kick bomb towards Ferguson. No! Ferguson was up in mid-air. The referee thought he might have penalised, but he waved immediately. Play on. Orbison, 143 tackles against the Dragons, 116 the Roosters. 6-2 at the 30-minute mark in favour of the Dragons. Wairia Hargreaves. Almost in the centre of the ground. Kicker has been taken, but referee said it's okay. Nightingale picked up and spiralled into the ground. Now it's come away for Aitken.
Physically, the Roosters are going the better at the moment. The Dragons really struggling to get oxygen in the lungs. And their sets of six are deteriorating. There's just come out one-out football now. And they're very bunched.
And there's been an interchange. Victor Radley's gone on. His impact is immediate for the Roosters. Watch his speed around the ruck. He's got a really good combination going with Tedesco. Watch out for that one.
That's Lattimore, tackled by Radley. Just inside the 40-metre line. Hunt held it back. I thought he was going to kick. Gave it to Widdop. That's gone forward.
Nice tackle. Here's the pass. Cooper, here.
They're tired, the Dragons.
Back here. Cameron, listen.
You can see it.
If you are offside, you will be penalised. Okay? You make it to me.
So this is Radley. Tackled in the middle of the ground. At the 40-metre line, again, there's a ball loose on the ground. Referee rules play on. Played by Mitchell, given by Friend, taken by Wairia Hargreaves, now Tedesco. He sees a gap between the forwards, but he's taken by his opposite number down on the 30-metre line. Now they go quickly from the play of the ball. Cronk on to Cordner, Cordner to Keary, Keary for Mitchell, spirals out of the tackle, comes back to the 10-metre line. Friend then calling for Taukei'aho. It's gone short away to Cronk, and now it's gone long. Out it comes now to the number 12. He's short. Ryan Madison. So Orbison, long ball out to Cronk, who's hammered by the defence. Nightingale goes up and comes down with it.
Mr. Reliable. Just when you think it's 50-50, up she bobs. Up above the pack and diffuses the situation. He's a beauty, isn't he?
Arm out.
Mr. Reliable.
Changed the tune a little bit in the last fortnight. That word is missing. Awkward. Here's the metres gained. Ferguson and Tedesco, 109. Tedavano, Nightingale, Aitken on the leaderboard. With Hunt, he kicks.
Well, all bar one of those are backs, which means it's very hard to make ground around the middle today.
Here's Tedesco with another carry. Spin him into the ground via Tarek Sims. Play inside the 40. Ferguson hammered by the dual tackle there of Lattimore.
This can be broken open by one player at the moment because both sides look really tired. They're both struggling.
Kurt Mann is out there now for the Dragons, playing in jumper 15. Tauke Aho away to Cronk. Oh, bat on by Keary. Mitchell got a kick on that. It's play on us. No, they've called it up.
Watch it.
Well, I thought he got a kick on that before it hit the ground.
There was a tip on
From Keary.
from Keary, and he somehow caught the ball in traffic there, Latrell Mitchell. It'll be a set play here. Goes through the hands, Cronk to Keary. Tip on. Somehow.
No, he didn't kick it. I take it back. I thought if he's got a kick on it, it's a case of play on.
Well, his mistake was he should have drop kicked it. Then it's play on.
That's right. The trouble is, Gus, that he didn't intentionally drop the ball. He accidentally dropped the ball. Good point, though. So here's the Dragons. About 5.5 minutes away from the break. 6-2 in favour of St George Illawarra. We're playing the 17th ANZAC Day clash between these two sides since they inherited the spotlight of ANZAC Day. There's a Kurt Mann has put it down.
Yeah, this is fatigue. Both teams have had 3 interchanges, so this game could be won or lost in the second half by which coach uses his bench the best. There's a lot of tired players out there, only 4 penalties, very few stoppages. And this is where it opens it up to your little players that can be a bit instinctive. Dummy and go, step and go, get the ball to Latrell Mitchell early.
There was an offload a couple of sets ago, Jared Hargreaves to Tedesco. So I need to get him the ball. Keary goes away. Tedesco off an offload against these tired forwards. Cut them up.
Well, the Dragons are ready to be split. You can just feel it. It's whether the Roosters have got the energy or the player to do it.
Played by Wairia Hargreaves. And this is Radley. We play it on the 30-metre line now. Down the Dragons' end. And Tauke Aho gives it to Cronk, and he gives it to Mattison. He cuts back in, gives it to Cronk. It's gone from Tedesco. It's out with Orbison. And a quick spread required out to this left side. That's what they're doing. It's with Cronk. A dummy, then he gives, then Keary, then Tedesco. And Frizzell comes up and takes him. But they're only 10 metres out from the line. 3.5 minutes to the break. The kick across the ground is there for Ferguson. Put down by Laffey. He loses the ball. Changeover.
Well, Dragons fans at 1 minute cheering the referee called held and then booing because their winger was off for the prize.
Make sure you use your foot tackle.
I've got a feeling Blake Ferguson is arguing the point about being tackled in midair, but he's an attacking player.
Yep. And he actually throws this ball into Laffey's head. He doesn't pass it back. It comes backwards off Laffey's head. So the referee ruled forward pass. Had he waited a moment, the Dragons were off with the ball. They want the dressing room, the Dragons.
I don't know that the Roosters are travelling much better though, Gus. Is that a fair call?
No, it is. Yeah, they're both tired.
So here's the Dragons with Kurt Mann playing the ball out on the 30. It's gone away for Armour. And Leeson Armour to play the ball.
Gee whiz, a try in this last 3 minutes to either side would be a telling blow.
3 minutes to go. 19 missed tackles against the Dragons. 6 for the Roosters. And so it's come from McInnes and gone to Lattimore, now to Widdop, short to Tarek Sims. 37 out. In the middle of the ground, and Hunt puts a kick down towards the uprights. Joseph Manu had a foot in the in goal. He'll get a free run out to the 20.
Your whistle.
Yeah, his teammates let him down there. They didn't read the play at all. They waited for him to catch it before they thought about getting back behind the 20-metre line. You've got to be getting back while the ball's in the air.
Might have been the F word again, fatigue, that created that. 40 metres out from their own line, it's Wairia Hargreaves again. as I said, they've got an arsenal, haven't they, off the bench when you've got Waiwia Hargreaves and Tauke Aho coming off the bench. Now Tedesco, 30 out. Less than 2 minutes to half-time. Long to Cronk, then to Keary. Gave it on the inside for Waiwia Hargreaves.
That ball's got to get to Mitchell.
Well, maybe this time. Friend goes to Cronk. Behind Cordner, it's on the ground. It's swooped on there by the Dragons. By Nightingale. He shrugs off a tackle. Keary's after him. Nightingale put down by Keary.
Big chance here.
Now there's 1 minute and 20 seconds to go to the break. It's come away now from Dufty. It's long out to Widop. He gets the ball away. It's now with Laffey. He steps and Orbison makes the tackle.
Big tackle, Orbison.
Played back for McDonald. He goes away to Widop. Now it's out with McInnes. Out very, very wide. Here is Mann swerving around the opposition. They're 10 metres out. There's 55 seconds to go. As it comes from Hunt and it goes to Armour. He tries to step his way through. Got the ball back. McInnes got it on. It's gone from Lattimore to Widop. Widop dancing along the 10-metre line. Back to Hunt. He's waving players inside. Gave the ball to Frizzell. He's 9 metres out. Now we've got 30 seconds left to go. McInnes gets it to Hunt. Hunt's over. Ben Hunt has scored. Ben Hunt has put it over the line with 20 seconds to go in the half.
And that's the perfect scenario of fatigue, tired big men, and at the back end of the half, a little fella with speed and agility and just that little bit more energy. They're in trouble the whole set of 6 there, the Roosters. And it's a little playmaker who finally says show and go. Here's the turnover. The reliable one, Nightingale, comes up with the pick. Doesn't pass, doesn't panic, keeps it in play. The Dragons will go side to side a couple of times. And finally it's Hunt down a short blindside dummy, step, pulls through tight defence. Harvey Norman replay. That is football.
It's classic halfback play. Looking up, Cordner comes up a little bit sideways. Cordner comes up a little bit sideways and it opens up his inside shoulder. And Ben Hunt recognises this and just goes right foot, inside shoulder. We'll just pause it as Ben Hunt gets the ball. Just watch this defender here. He'll come up on an angle, see he's going sideways. Ben Hunt will see this and just go right foot, inside shoulder and burns him. Classic play.
You see, this type of football ensures that the little man still has a part to play in rugby league. The game that's built on fatigue and stamina, it keeps the little bloke alive in rugby league. And James Tedesco getting his first taste of this traditional match along with Cooper Cronk. 12-2, the halftime score. A section of the crowd over there. Lots of big red V's amongst them, Gus.
Sure is. That's a footy crowd loving the day out. And the scoreline is remarkable given the amount of ball the Dragons haven't had at the Roosters end of the field and how much attacking football the Roosters have had themselves. There's still 40 minutes to go, though.
Absolutely. Tauke Aho brings it back at full speed. Through the gearbox very quickly. Big man runs hard. Not a good idea to be standing in front of him. Here's Waiwia Hargreaves now with the second play of the second half. 10-point margin. Good run by Jake Friend. He'll play the ball back to Radley. He comes back to the blind side and it's on the ground. There's no knock on it. I think he might have got a foot on it, Cordner. But it is play on. But my goodness, we've seen a lot of that from the Roosters, those errors. And this ball bouncing. You can tackle in mid-air off a bouncing ball. That's what they did. Lost the ball.
Oh, it's a really well-placed kick by Cooper Cronk. He brings it down in between the winger and fullback they look at each other, and once they look at each other, they lose sight of the ball, so they have to let it bounce. And from there, Ferguson is able to get in and disrupt it here. So once they look at each other, they're gone. Neither of them is going to catch it. And Ferguson comes through and forces the fumble from Laffey. Just a little bobble in the tackle there. He's lost it now. Just a sneaky little elbow from Orbison to pull it out. But a big chance now for the Roosters. They've been talking all half time. When we get down there again, this is what we're going to do. Let's see what they've come up with.
So the Roosters in this commanding position, and Keary, he'll play the ball a couple of metres out. So it's gone away to Cronk, and now it's with Wairua-Hargreaves. 15 out in front of the uprights at the northern end of the ground. Tauke Aho. They'll do well to hold them out here, the Dragons. So Friend out to Keary and now to Cordner. Ball to be played. Well, you can see the line. It's just in front of him. Now it's come back from Cronk, and it's with Wairua-Hargreaves. This is the result of that ball from Laffey being lost. It's out with Cronk again. Oh! Hit by Sims. Absolutely squashed in the tackle.
Well, Andrew Johns, what I saw in that set of 6 there was greater emphasis on getting play the ball in a certain position than what they were actually going to do when they got there. Is that a fair summation of what happened there?
Well, have a shot, lay a line, have a shot.
This is Kurt Mann. Just on that lost ball from Laffey. I'm still of the opinion it should have been a penalty to St George Illawarra. The tackle had been completed when the ball was freed from his grasp by that elbow.
If they had hold of it properly, they couldn't do it.
No, that's not right. If you watch it back, he was on the ground and there's a hand on him. That's the tackle.
He hardly had hold of it.
You run with yours and I'll run with mine.
Okay, well, get me video evidence, please.
So here is Manu, 22 metres out from his own line.
And hearing from the trucks, they've lost the tape. You'll bribe them down there, don't you?
Now, Mitchell.
Watch this. You watch this. You watch this. He hasn't got hold of that.
Well, there's the tackle completed.
He hasn't got hold of the ball.
Well, there's the ball coming out half an hour after it's been tackled.
How did they take it out if he had hold of it?
You're joking. You're not at the game. Here's Cordner.
Jeez, I've missed you. Where you been?
So Radley and then Keary, and here goes a ball to ground again. Gee, they are making...
Well, Radley got over the advantage line on a quick play the ball. He gets over the advantage line. The money is either to the right side of number 15. Show that again, please, from the high shot. And we'll stop it when Radley gets the ball. If we can get that other shot, the high shot.
I love working in the box with Andrew Johns commentating, because I just watch him. I don't watch the game.
Just pause the play there. The money is either in here or this hole here. But the Roosters decide that they want to score out here. This is where they should be attacking, in these holes here. And we'll just let the book play.
See, I watch Joey. I don't watch the game because he's squirming in his seat and he's pointing this way and pointing that way and he's getting up and he's looking to pass. That's probably why I missed Laffey. I had to see it again.
Let's not go back there. Joey is the best spectator co-commentator I think I've ever worked with.
Well, we need a bigger room up here.
He
plays the game on his own.
I wish he was riding all the favourites that I back every Saturday. He gets the whip out. He rides hard. Depends which team, of course, he's co-coaching.
Yeah, I think we should get him fit and send him over to Brad Fittler for this series.
But are you with me, Gus, on that?
100%.
Quick play of the ball. Victor
100%.
Radley gets over the advantage line. He threatens those tight defenders. Yeah.
They don't think about it.
So Ben Hunt coming up to serve the scrum. his team in front after 4 minutes of the second half, 12-2.
Because even if you don't go through one of those holes, you're going to get a legs tackle and a quick play of the ball, and you're on the next play again.
Yes. Well, that's the way I was always taught.
McDonald playing the ball on halfway. And that's Tariq Sims. He's been very strong in defence. Now for Lattimore, shovels it out. It's come away from Mann and gone on to Hunt. He showed it to Frizzell, got the ball out to Aitken. He broke the tackle. 22 metres out from the line. The ANZAC Day clash between St George Illawarra and the Sydney Roosters, and Frizzell, he fought to get rid of the ball and he did. And Nightingale is on the 10 now. They're going towards the centre. It's with Mann. He goes across to Widdop. Gets it away. Try. Try for the Dragons. I think it might be Tariq. It is Tariq Sims.
Yeah. And this time Widdop plays the short hole. No going out the back, no going long. He can feel the Roosters backing up. And I've got my suspicions it's around the area that Cooper Cronk defends, who's got a habit of backing up. Up they go. See Cooper backing up, backing up, backing up. And all of a sudden they give it to a rampaging back rower who falls in. Harvey Norman replay. I'll let Joey describe that from behind the post if we've got the behind vision, because you watch Cooper Cronk here, Joey.
Yeah, Cronk will be backing off. But the key for Cronk backing off is the player on the inside of Cronk in jersey 12.
Straightened up. Widdop straightens it up. He holds it at Cronk. That's what they've been looking for. Cooper Cronk has a habit. He goes up and he doesn't like what he sees. He feels outnumbered, so he will back off. And we've seen a number of tries scored on him that way. A famous one in Origin when he was playing for Queensland.
Yeah, Ryan Madison gets caught up on the decoy. Cronk's backing off, looking for Madison to come across as Widdop moves in.
He gets it.
Wait for the clock for the 12. Stay on, guys. Stay on.
So welcome back to Allianz, and the Dragons extend. They're 18-2 up now. Try to Tariq Sims. I'd only just uttered the words and I was emphatic about his defence. I didn't mention attack, but he played a vital role in getting them down to that end of the park, and then he played his part out wide to score the try for the Dragons. Tariq Sims. Lattimore on the ground. Brad Fittler on the ground.
Yeah, what a big couple of minutes for Tariq Sims as Ben Hunt doesn't quite clear James Tedesco. Have a look at the tackle down there on fifth tackle when he got Cooper Cronk on the last. Just jammed him. Look at that. Oh, squeeze his shoulders together. Then a couple of sets later comes up, gets over the top of Cooper Cronk, scores a try. He's in fine form, Tariq Sims.
Well, Brad, I think you wouldn't be a rocket scientist to realise that the number 7 for Queensland is standing out, I would imagine.
Yeah, we sick Tariq onto him.
You'll want to be good to catch him. So it's the Roosters now on the 40-metre line, and Wairia Hargreaves looking to unload it, but see the arm carrying the ball touches the ground. That's the end of it. And now it's Cronk kicking it back. The banana kick. Oh, it's gone loose. This might still be alive. No, it's battered
Knock on by Roosters.
by Nightingale.
Yeah. Last tackle.
Well, he's saying knocked on in the field of play. That Tedesco must have got a hand to his hand of the ball here.
I think it was Keary.
Keary, was it? Kicks for him back on the inside.
Keary. And Keary gets the left hand to it. It goes into Dufty.
Fair enough. Just for a moment, I thought it might have been a live ball, but eventually it's been brought out to the 10-metre line. for the changeover to be taken by Gareth Widdop.
Watching the way the Dragons are attacking, there's a real willingness from everybody on the field to pass the ball. If an offload comes, they move the ball laterally, 2 or 3 quick passes, try to get the ball to their strike players, which puts a lot of pressure on the opposition's defence.
Here's Vaughan getting it outside the 20. They've taken 3 tackles to do it, though, and they started 10 metres out from the line. So the Roosters are right up in their face, and it's gone away for Kurt Mann, playing the ball on the 40-metre line. Hunt puts the kick straight down to Tedesco. Ferguson.
Andrew Johns, when the Roosters are chasing a deficit like this, will we see a change to their attack? Is there something they might go to?
Well, there's 2 big focal points for the Roosters. And it's Tedesco around the middle. They need to find some sort of room around the middle with an offload or a trick shot around the middle with Tedesco. But we keep harping on the left side. Latrell Mitchell. Got a Ferrari in the garage and they never drive it. Never seen it with the ball.
Takiaho plays the ball, around the corner ball for Tedesco, backed up by Friend, got it away to Keary. He's out of a tackle, he puts a grubber in for his winger, and Mitchell! Andrew Johns has been looking for the Ferrari and he's found it.
I think he's nearly dived up
Okay.
the other end of the field. He got this ball down.
We have a
He
try.
gets it down just.
Now let's make sure he puts that ball down
Gets a
before his
trick
hand
shot around
touches
the
the
ruck.
dead ball line.
With Tedesco, we'll see if Latrell gets the ball down.
Geez, he dived a long way. He's way onside.
Roosters left side kick chase is cleared as being onside.
Put it down. Put it down.
Latrell Mitchell takes the ball cleanly.
It's okay.
He knows what he's doing. He's a Ferrari.
His little finger's an inch away from the dead ball line.
The Ferrari is out of the garage. He hadn't finished.
Ball is grounded in the end goal and Latrell Mitchell remains in the end goal area. We have a decision.
Andrew Johns had not uttered the words. They got a Ferrari in the garage and they don't go to it. They found a way to find him this time.
It was a little trick shot around the ruck with Tedesco, which opened up the middle defence. Friend will get into dummy half. You'll see Tedesco on the right on the Harvey Norman replay. Just tired forwards, offload, and then to the key players, get the ball to your best players, kick from Keary, out to Latrell, try.
Well, they needed that. I asked you what they would go to. You said a trick shot around the middle for Tedesco and then get the ball to Latrell Mitchell. They had to kick it to him. They haven't been able to pass it to him. And it gets us to 18-6. All points are important, so this is a big kick for the try scorer. Out wide, Brad Fittler tells us they've got the breeze behind them, so he's got to be a little outside the right hand up right here and let it fade back.
2 weeks in a row now. All their points have been scored by Latrell. This boom youngster. Kick is looking good. It takes the ironwork. It's over. Just breathe.
15 seconds. 10 seconds.
Stay on.
So 18 plays 8 in this ANZAC Day match. This big Wairia Hargreaves charging back like an angry bull. Now to Ferguson, and Ferguson's almost through. He'll play it on the 30-metre line. Tedesco's there for the quick play the ball. Halfway line. Now it's with Taukeiaho. All going along the line out there, I think, to Madison. Graham Madison playing the ball. Cronk tries to step inside with it. Players down on the 30-metre line. It's 18-8 in favour of the Dragons. The kick high down to Nightingale. He's knocked it on. Cordner had a chance at it.
It's a goal line drop out.
Well, he does the splits here, trying to get his foot in goal to make it a 20-metre tap. And dare I say, it looked very awkward. Watch this, he tries to get the left foot out there to get his foot on the line. He does, but he slides. He doesn't get any grip, and he just goes a little bit past the ball. And Mr. Reliable has come up with a bobble. He shouldn't have been too worried about getting that left leg out. It just took his balance away.
Have they awarded a penalty?
No, line dropout.
Line dropout,
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, they're saying he was in goal when he dropped the ball.
Well, he had a foot in goal, there's no doubt about that.
Stay behind.
And Ashley Klein was right on the spot.
It looked awkward.
So the line dropout will give the Roosters a chance to come back at them. And Taukei'aho, he's almost got the build of a Jason Taumalolo.
Well, someone's lit a fire under the backside of the forwards here, haven't they? They're starting to charge at the game.
Well, these are the two. Wairia Hargreaves there, and before him, Taukei'aho. Here's the other bloke now, Taukei'aho. Cronk gets the ball away, and Mattison is out there with the ball now. So they're only 7 or 8 metres out from the line, and the ball comes to Taukei'aho again. He'll play it for Jake Friend. Goes behind Madison, then to Cronk, now to Tedesco. And he's flung to the ground. 5 gone. Play so close to the northern try line. As Cronk gets a kick in before being smashed by the defence. Ball is loose, comes down. Radley goes over the line. Watch this space.
Okay, tackle 6. Okay, I have no try.
Yeah, Joey Manu. Joseph Manu in jersey 2 climbs above the Dragons' catches.
Roosters left side kick chase is onside.
I think you'll find Manu gets a hand to the ball and it goes forward.
Well, you got Mitchell and Manu there. I think we might go through the hands of Mitchell. Well, he touches his hands on the way through.
It looks to come from Mitchell and goes back onto Manu.
Yeah.
And it's off him that it actually goes forward.
Yeah, goes through Mitchell's hands and actually hits Nightingale too, I think, which will constitute a knock on. There's no doubt that he's knocked it.
This should be the money shot. Well, it looks to come off the chest
Latrell
of
Mitchell
Nightingale,
contacts the ball. The ball then goes into Jason Nightingale, which constitutes a knock-on. We have a decision.
Which the referee undoubtedly saw live. Anyway, Dragons come up with the ball, but the tempo has changed here. The Roosters of forwards have suddenly taken their angry pills. They're up for it.
Here's Nightingale. 15 minutes gone in the second half. McDonald, who scored a try for the Dragons in the opening set of the game. This is Mann weaving his way down the ground. Out to his own 30-metre line. With a dummy half. Run for Vaughan. Able to shovel it back. And that is Lattimore. So now de Belin. These are good metres from Jack de Belin. He's 5 metres into opposition territory. Good. And a kick from Hunt. Splitting. Oh, I thought it was going to split the winger and the fullback, but it's come down to Ferguson to bring it away. Play just inside the 20-metre line for Blake Ferguson. And that is Joseph Manu. Cordner. So they've used 3 tackles. And here's Taukei'aho again. He'll play the ball on the 40-metre line. 18 plays 8. 16 minutes gone, second half. A blindside pass to Wairua Hargreaves. And that's 5 gone. They're on the halfway. Cronk puts a little kick in. Widdop's coming across. Widdop takes it well. Tackled immediately by Tedesco.
He reads those opposition kicks really well, Widdop. Fills in the gap behind the defensive line and the gap between the defensive line and the fullback. He read that nicely.
Tim Laffey.
Gee, they're walking again here, the Dragons. They got fatigued early in the first half, and you can see signs of it again. 23 minutes to go.
So Graham is back out there and taking the ball down towards the halfway on 5 and last. 10-point margin in favour of the Dragons. Hunt swerves around 1, gets the ball away. Widdop puts the kick in. It bounces favourably for Orbison, but the referee's given a penalty to St George Illawarra.
Yeah, he was saying Cooper Cronk has held Widdop off the ball here. Hunt again on tackle 5. They get to him to stop the kick, but he runs and creates a problem for them on the other side of the field. Little one over the top. Going to take a shot for goal from the penalty. We'll take a break.
Who? So we're waiting for Gareth Widdop to take this kick at goal. The crowd figure 41,142. That'd be a record crowd, would it not? So they've exceeded last year's crowd, have they?
A record for ANZAC Day or record for the ground?
ANZAC Day. ANZAC Day, yeah. 41,142. So here's the kick, and he's missed it. He's taken 2 long-range shots, and both of them have just missed. 41,142. It is an ANZAC Day record crowd for this event.
We're going to need a bigger
stadium.
Yeah, we're going to need a bigger ground.
Well, we'll need a bigger car.
Yeah.
Halfway line. Tim Laffey with a scurry. 35 out. McInnes for Graham. Well, James Graham playing the ball just inside the 30-metre line. It's gone to Vaughan. Oh, got hit hard. He got blindsided really by Bradley. McInnes again goes long away to his halfback. He goes back in to James Graham, gets it back to Hunt. Hunt gets the ball off. It's gone now to Dufty, and it's come out from Aitken. They go down the right side. It goes infield. The referee about to...
Yeah, he's saying that he went out before he put that ball back in field.
So it's a scrum.
And it'll be a Roosters feed. Nightingale gets a foot on the line there as he passes the ball. So what happened infield is now dead. And the linesman gets his flag up.
So this scrum packing just 10 metres away from the Roosters line. Jason Nightingale finding the line with his foot. That's the scrum. Loose head and feed to the Roosters.
20 minutes to go. I still get the feeling there's a twist to come in this game. If it's going to happen, Roosters have got to be next to score, of course.
Wairua Hargreaves muscled down by de Bellin and Frizzell. This is the 16 for the Roosters, Nat Butcher, who's out there now. Come to the blind side, and it's gone through Carey. Here's Mitchell. He'll play the ball just on Dragons side of halfway. 18-8. Just a little over an hour gone in the game. This game, of course, last year went to Golden Point and won eventually by the Roosters 13-12. Cronk puts a kick down into the corner occupied by McDonald. And he's heading out towards the 10-metre line. And the ground is a safe place to be for him. Laffey. 15 out. 18-8 to score. The Big Red V scoring 3 tries to 1. That's Aitken. Gee, they can look similar, these, or this trio from the Dragons, the fullback, the centre and the hooker. Now Hunt got a little bit of a run up before he kicked it down to the 10-metre line where he finds Tedesco. And here's Teddy now running over towards Ferguson. They've got an overlap, but McDonald picked him up, ball and all, and crunched him. Now Tedesco tries to squeeze through the forwards. Graham and McInnes. This is Manu. 40 metres out from the line, 3 gone on this set. Gets up gingerly, Joseph Manu. Played there by Butcher. Oh, put down by Tedavano. Dragons were getting ready to defend that in goal of theirs. And Tedavano comes up with the knock on.
And again, I'll say this is getting down to fatigue and tiredness. Being able to concentrate under fatigue. 17 minutes to go. This is about where we were in the first half when both sides started to flag a little. And there's no doubt they're starting to tire now.
James Graham, Boyd Cordner there, having a chat, still going at it.
What are they talking about?
Maybe the weather.
Dragons then with Nightingale. And upcoming games on the wide world of sports. Macca's Thursday night footy, Rabbits and Broncos.
Oh, well,
penalty has gone to the Dragons here.
Here's a real bonus for the Dragons. They've dropped one out of fatigue, and the referee's found his first 10-metre penalty of the game.
VB Friday night football, Panthers Bulldogs at Panthers Stadium, and Sunday football is Eels and Tigers at ANZ.
We keep talking about this fatigue. Just sit around the ruck, change of angles, any offload that brings Matt Duffy into play. His footwork and speed around the ruck could destroy the Roosters.
Tarek Sims playing the ball 25 metres out from the line. DeBellin had a handle. That's Vaughan with the ball. Play back for McInnes. Here's Hunt joining in on the short side. And shuffling it back and down to Frizzell, who does the same. McInnes gets it to DeBellin. DeBellin's over in the centre of the ground. He'll play the ball about 5 metres out. A couple of great offloads there. Here's McInnes back to Hunt. Hunt waving Frizzell in. He didn't quite read it. And Frizzell backing up towards the try line. So the 4th tackle gone. Tyson Frizzell reminded to use your foot. McInnes, a deepish pass away to Widdop. Out the back they go to Dufty, and Dufty is put away.
Good defence.
3 metres out. 5 tackles gone. McDonald's got it away to Widdop. He puts, he's played at the ball. Tedavano has played at the ball. So it's a knock-on against the Roosters.
I swear blind he aimed at him. I don't think he had any angle, Gareth Widdop, and he had pressure from the inside. I swear blind he just hits Tedavano with this. Watch. Bang, kicked it straight at him.
Well, did he play at the ball? Did he play at the ball? He looks to take his hands away. It actually hits him in the groin. There's the scrum packing, 10 metres out, and this is Dufty asking a question.
Okay, get up now.
He's a metre out. So a decoy from Sims, turned by McInnes back to DeBellin, bulldogging his way towards the line. So Jack DeBellin playing it for McInnes, now for Widdop, inside ball for Vaughan. He's put down adjacent to the pads. 66 minutes gone in the game. McInnes to Hunt, and now Widdop, and it's gone away to Aitken, taken by Mitchell, and he's a metre short exactly. 4 tackles gone. Over they go to Hunt again. Now down to Graham. I don't know whether he's the one you need to get the ball to in that situation, but he'll play the ball a couple of metres out from the line. 5 and last. The playmaker is to the right, but DeBellin gets it to Widdop. He puts a kick in, and Ferguson makes it dead.
Good pressure. He's got a wonderful short kicking game, Gareth Widdop, doesn't he, Joey?
Well, it's an upbringing of playing soccer. You talk about touch on the ball. We saw him in the warm-up at the start of the year just juggling the ball either foot. Growing up in England, they all play soccer. You have a look at the touch here. Head still, eyes still, just perfect touch on the ball. That's a big moment in the game, that play.
Short drop out. Not short enough.
Coming down to Widdop. And he comes along the 20-metre line, taken by Butcher. Play back to McInnes, and he's gone to Vaughan. And Paul Vaughan will play the ball 15 metres out from the line. Second tackle on this set. Can the Roosters turn them away again? Played by Frizzell. Long ball away to Hunt. And then he's gone out with a flat pass to Tariq Sims it was. Now the kick, it's come off the feet of the Roosters, and he said play that, so he's restarted the tackle count, and it's McInnes with the ball. Widdop, now for Graham. So close to the line. Now they come to Hunt. Then the Dufty cuts out the centre, and McDonald gets his second try. McDonald, he crossed in the first minute and a half of play, and now he's crossed again.
Tackle 3. Okay, we have a try.
It takes it out to 22-8. The on-field call is a try.
Oh, he's dropped it.
He's dropped it. I was just about to say, ideally your left winger, you'd like to have the ball in his left hand, but he's got the ball in his inside hand. It gets a slap from Cooper Cronk, and he loses the grip on it. That's a no try. That's a try save from Cooper Cronk. No try. Look at it as many times as you like. It's not going to change. No try. Rabbits has got his magnifying glass out here. He thinks there's a finger on the ball, don't you?
Well, that's what this bloke's looking for. He's wondering, is there a finger still on the ball when it hits the ground?
No, it's a no try.
He's dropped it. Well, he certainly hasn't got anything like control of it.
He's dropped it.
Oh, please no. Please no.
You know where this is going.
The game isn't played in slow motion.
Yeah, this
Nene McDonald grounds the ball with his fingers still in possession. There's insufficient evidence to overturn the live decision of try. We have a decision.
Oh, dear, oh dear, oh dear.
It's a state of shock up here.
And again, they go with the 1%. Ravitz is sitting here grinning like a Cheshire
I'm not
cat.
grinning at all. I said to you, he's looking
You
to
were
see
cheering for a try.
I was not cheering for a try. I was simply saying to you, he's looking to see if there were fingers still on the ball. That's what I said. Don't misquote me.
Well, run up and down the field with a finger on the ball and see how long it takes to come loose.
Well, if you want to go down that alley, they say you can score a try with your wrist. I can't carry the ball with my wrist or my forearm. That's in the rule book as well. Brad, can you get me out of this for a second?
I don't know. I'm speechless. Speechless.
He's lost that ball. He's dropped it.
He's got some long fingers.
Yeah, he's dropped it. You run up and down the field holding the ball with your finger like that. You can't do it.
But they give them, Gus.
Eh?
They've been giving them for ages.
Obviously they've given it, but they've gone with the 1% likelihood that that's a try. If they call that no try, no one disagrees. No one disagrees. But again, they go with the 1%. He dropped it. I don't care what they say.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So Widdop, this time he's got it.
Wait, Latrell. A bit louder, mate. Wait. Stay behind.
So 10 minutes to go in this game. With a controversial moment in the game with that try being allowed to Nene McDonald.
Back here, offside. That's it. Then hands offside.
So 24 plays 8. Roosters getting a penalty. Dragons offside. Napa on the 20-metre line. So Cronk out the back for Keary. Keary away for Tedesco. And now Mitchell down in the corner. The line just a couple of metres in front of them. Cordner, Cronk, Tedavano. Ten out. Keary, left foot step, and again with a fend. And this is Madison. Nine metres away. From Liu, it's gone to Cronk. He's put in a kick for Orbison. No, he didn't arrive in time. And he will take it back to the 20-metre line for the restart.
Where are we tomorrow night, Rabbits? I think we're at the Rabbitohs, aren't we?
Rabbitohs Broncos.
Rabbitohs Broncos, big game that one.
ANZ.
They're in good form, the Rabbitohs. No Sam Burgess, of course.
Come off.
Let's go to the sideline, Brad.
Yeah, Cam Murray's back for that game, Gus. Not a bad replacement. Rabsy, our thoughts go out to Cameron McGuinness and his wife Rachel. She's going into hospital tomorrow to be induced to have their first child.
Cameron McInnes.
Cameron McGuinness. You'll know he's alive very soon.
Dragons then pushing up the ground with Graham. 35 metres out from the line. The Bellin got it around the corner for Widdop. He goes inside 20. Then he goes to put a kick in. It looks like it's come off. It's come off the second row forward, Madison. And play on, says the referee. Here's Cronk.
Yeah, people might think that was a strange decision to go for the kick. When you get the high shot, three of the Dragons players were racing through calling for it. So they made Widdop kick the ball. They could see space in behind. You see Here, watch this. The ball goes out that way, and when Widdop gets it and turns around and comes back the other way, watch these Dragons up the middle of the field. They'll start to pour through. Hands up. They're racing through. They all want the kick.
The Roosters down to the 30-metre line now. Play over here on the western side of the ground. And it's gone to the boot of Cronk. And it's come down off Dufty and gone back. And Mitchell and Widdop standing over the fallen Dragon player, which gives me a chance to extend our sympathies to the family and friends of Bob Abbott, who was a former general manager of the Australian Rugby League and of course a great servant for Cronulla Sutherland. He was an absolute lover of the game. He passed away last night.
Well, the Red V Army are finding their voice now. You can hear the rings of St George around the ground. They're having an outstanding season so far.
Well, they're about to go to that 7-1 record I talked about earlier in the day. Only two sides in the past 50 years have failed to make the finals with such a record. Brisbane in '88 and Balmain in 1976.
Well, that's quite a statistic, isn't it? I don't think this Dragons team will be stopping. I know they've given hope to their fans in previous years and had the lead at various stages and fallen out, but I don't see them falling out this year. It's a completely different team. A lot of the same players, but they're more mature. They've got the scars to show for it. And I just expect them to keep trundling their way through the competition.
And of course they've got a brilliant pair of halves. They've been in search of a recognisable number 7. They found him.
Well, that'll be the key, is whether or not they can come up with the brilliance to match their resilience to win a premiership.
Here's McInnes getting the ball away for Armour. So Leeson to play the ball close to the line. McInnes with depth. And then Hunt, a floater. It's gone to Aitken. It's with Nightingale. So no try.
For those of you that can't see it, and Ray Warren got out of his seat there when Nightingale looked like scoring a try. He jumped up in the air. Nightingale.
I stood up because I can't see over the windowsill.
What happens here? Ewan Aiken, nice ball. Nightingale, he had to bend down for it.
It's just an area of Ewan Aiken's play there. There was a 2-on-1. The world-class centres put their wingers in there. And it's a quick spiral pass. That ball was at the feet of Nightingale.
There's Keary. Now Tedesco.
Look at the surging, the Dragons.
Yeah.
Look, the game's won. 4 minutes to go. De Bellin's effort then.
Terrific.
Orbison.
We've got the Origin coach sitting on the sideline. He's done a few Dragons games this year. And I think every time he goes home, he just writes another one in the book.
You made a comment about a fortnight ago. Pick them all, you said.
Yeah. I'll tell you, the other bloke who's impressed me today has been the hooker, Cameron McInnes.
See that footwork, the last set when he got out of dummy half?
Yeah.
And went right foot over that player. Wow.
He's developing.
Takiaho. There's McInnes. Nightingale.
Here he goes. Get up, Rabs. Get up.
McDonald, the other winger. Halfway line. We've got 3 minutes to go. And the 17th of these matches about to come to an end, and the Dragons will have an 11-6 winning record.
Yeah, the try before half-time to Ben Hunt was a real killer.
Hunt combining over there with Tarek Sims.
It just gave them breathing space, and the Roosters haven't really threatened.
The kick by Widdop across the ground. Nightingale goes up, puts it down for Aitken. He puts in a kick. It's gone back to Napa, and he's tackled by DeBellin. So here's Ferguson.
Watch the Dragons here. The game's won. What is it? 2 minutes to go. We have a look at the effort from the forwards to get back in the line, and then the speed of the line to get off the line. They're a serious team this year.
Well, you could see it just on that little kick chase into the corner, even though it was a little grubber kick. They came from everywhere to defend it.
And they forced an error.
Yeah. They put a little grubber kick in, and the ball was bobbling around, and one after another, the white jerseys just kept turning up. Even to the point, if they'd have tried to throw a pass, they would have intercepted.
Now the Ashton Collier ANZAC Day Spirit of ANZAC medalist is that man, Tyson Frizzell.
You said the reaction then of Jack DeBellin, saying that his teammate got the man of the match.
Of course, Bill Collier and Ferris Ashton returned veterans that both passed on these days, but that is the medal of commemoration of those two gentlemen, and it's been won by Tyson Frizzell.
There was a great piece before the game on the big screens where Ashton and Collier were actually speaking. They recorded it before they passing, and they spoke about ANZAC Day and the pleasure of having this medal named after them, and it was quite moving, particularly when you knew both gentlemen.
There's Hunt offloading, and a chance here for Dufty. He's turned it into a full chance, has he?
All right, what are we checking? Ball went out. Okay. Tackle 3, horse. We have a try. Make sure he maintains position and his feet remain in.
Has an on-field call of try. The irony of Bill Collier having this medal named in his honour along with Ferris Ashton. I remember vividly Tyson Frizzell on game day went to St George Hospital, I think, to visit an ailing Bill Collier.
Wow. Now,
I think I'm right.
Now, if he awards this try, I'm going to jump out of the grandstand.
Well, it's a penalty try, Gus.
It's a what?
Well, Joseph rakes the ball when he's over the line.
You're allowed to do that.
You're allowed to do that.
Yeah, but he actually grabs him by the arm and pulls it away from the ball.
What happens after it's dislodged, though? Well, that
doesn't matter.
He's entitled to strip.
Possession is lost by Matt Dufty, and the ball hits the goal line. We have a decision.
Okay, so he's ruled there's a knock-on. He's ruled a knock-on against Dufty.
Yeah.
But in the act of scoring a try, it is permissible to strip the ball.
Well, all he did there was grab his wrist and pull it off the ball. But I think Cordner picked it up and started to run away, didn't he?
Somebody was scampering up this sideline that I can't see.
Anyway, great performance by the Dragons. Really good.
Well, they went into this match, these two, at $6 on the second line of betting. Equal second favourites at $6. I'm wondering what the bookies are going to do with that ranking tonight.
Well, if these two teams meet again, it's going to take a giant leap of faith to back the Roosters to beat them. The Dragons' faithful rise as one.
They've won it.
Yeah, we went 5 in the decision, so in the video ref opinion, he had
They've won it.
Okay, good.
for the 11th time this match has been won by the Dragons, 24-8, as we take you to 9 News.